Showtime Sports.
People say you are the face of boxing around the world.
Once again, the odds are against you.
My life is like a highlight reel. Some might consider this my twilight, but depending how I might feel, I might continue on with my career for 5 light years. Critics can fly kites, yeah, welcome to my nightmare.
Looking for the major upset. Another mean left hook, and the fight is over.
Yeah, got something rigid to feed you. Don't make me pull it out the freezer and make you a true believer. Cause if I do, you getting cold cocked. Get it? Used to hold Glocks, that's the old doc. The new doc, I blow the whole spot.
What a performance from Pacquiao. Oh, that's it.
Keep going to the sunlight and then into the wee hours of all night. And we don't stop until the sunlight.
This has got to be one of the greatest fights in the history of Showtime boxing.
There is nothing quite like it. Las Vegas, Nevada is the entertainment capital of the world, and for 50 years, big-time boxing has been as much a part of the desert landscape as mega hotels, superstar performers, and pulsating casinos. And it doesn't get any bigger than this. Tonight at the MGM Grand, champion Manny Pacquiao and challenger Shane Mosley will battle for the welterweight title in the most anticipated bout of the year. Tonight's event is brought to you by Tecate, Cerveza con Carácter, by the MGM Grand Hotel and Casino. Maximum Vegas at MGM is the ultimate in nightlife, dining, and entertainment. By O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. By Mortal Kombat, Fatality Lives. Own it on PS3 or Xbox today. And by AT&T Uverse TV. TV like you've never seen it before. And we bring you inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena, which will soon be full and buzzing with excitement. You know, for the better part of 2 decades, boxing's best, from Oscar de la Hoya and Roy Jones to Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather, have fought here. And in our main event, Manny Pacquiao looks to extend his reign as today's pound-for-pound king. And hello, everyone. I'm James Brown, and it is indeed my pleasure to be hosting the signature boxing event of 2011. You may ask, how big has Manny Pacquiao become? Well, it can be argued that this marvel from the Philippines is the first foreign-born fighter ever to become the most popular boxer in America. And how brilliant a career has Shane Mosley enjoyed? Sugar Shane has been a 3-division champion and boxing's pound-for-pound king. Pacquiao and Mosley have faced a combined 31 world champions. These guys do not run away from competition, and tonight, they face each other. Well, calling the action ringside will be my CBS Sports and Showtime colleague. None better when it comes to the excitement of a big event than Gus Johnson and the award-winning Al Bernstein and former light heavyweight champion Antonio Tarver. Fellas.
And thank you, JB. Wow. The energy and passion surrounding this fight between these two future Hall of Fame warriors is at a level I've never seen. It seems as if the whole world has descended upon Las Vegas for this fight. The fight sold out in 48 hours. That's no surprise. What is amazing is that 8,000 fans turned out yesterday for the weigh-in, and 2,000 people were turned away. The fans were lining up at 8 a.m. for the 3 p.m. weigh-in just to get the opportunity to see their favorite step on the scale. But now the day has finally arrived for Manny Pacquiao versus Shane Mosley, the biggest boxing event of the year. And let me bring in one of my broadcasting partners, Al Bernstein. And Al, why has this event drawn so much attention?
Well, obviously one of the major components is the Manny Pacquiao brand. It's a brand that's been nurtured very well over the last 4 or 5 years, and now is quite a thing to see. Now, obviously, part of that is because Manny Pacquiao and his other endeavors have added to that brand. The fact that he's a public servant, he is an entertainer, but all the while, he is taking care of business in the ring, and he has made himself unquestionably the most exciting and interesting boxer in the world. And Gus, when you combine all that and you turn it loose, it's a powerful marketing machine.
No doubt about it. Manny Pacquiao, a phenomenon. Now let me bring in the other member of our team, four-time world champion, Antonio Magic Man Tarver. What makes Shane Mosley such an exciting opponent for the PacMan?
Well, Gus, Sugar Shane Mosley is a fighter that needs no introduction. He's really earned his reputation by fighting the very best that the sport has to offer. And he's done that by having some of the most memorable fights that we remember in the last decade. Who can forget the knockout of Fernando Vargas, the knockout of Ricardo Mayorga, and the only fighter that holds 2 wins over Oscar De La Hoya? It's that power boxing that we're accustomed to seeing from Shane Mosley, and anybody that listens, he'll tell he has one more great night in him. Let's see tonight.
That's right. According to Shane Mosley, he is 39 years young. We can hardly wait. JB, this is going to be a whole lot of fun. Let's go back to you. KO. Now, moments ago, Sugar Shane arriving here, four-time world champion in 3-weight division. Shane Mosley saying, I am so angry and I feel so disrespected about the odds in this fight. Nobody giving me a chance against Manny Pacquiao after all that I've been through, the people that I've fought, the people that I've defeated in this sport of boxing. Tonight, they will see. And Antonio, I tell you what, he is in shape. Now let's go inside the ring, and here comes the PacMan. Manny Pacquiao arriving. Boxing sensation, future Hall of Famer, and he has been destroying bigger and heavier opponents.
And this arena has been very good to Manny Pacquiao over the years. Some of his best victories, his wife Jinky behind him, of course, you know her from the Fight Camp 360 shows that have chronicled their relationship and what they mean to the Philippines.
What makes him so special?
Man, I just have to, just his tenacity. I mean, the guy fights with such, ferociousness and, confidence. Confidence. He just feels that he's the best.
All right, Gus, thank you very much. I'm back in Shane Mosley's locker room with brother Nassim Richardson as he will train Shane for this fight. You told us yesterday you won't be surprised if Shane wins, just proud. Why do you feel he'll win this fight?
I feel as though he's well prepared. He understands this level. This is not a new walk for Shane Mosley. The public has seemed to have forgotten that this man is a legend. We forgot all the moments he brought us in excitement in boxing. And all of a sudden, if 2 fights don't go that way, all of a sudden they forgot about this guy. So I wouldn't count a guy out like that.
What will Shane have to do to win this fight?
He'll have to beat Shane Mosley. He can't respond to Pacquiao. He'll have to make Pacquiao respond to him. And they have to contain him at times. We know Pacquiao is very powerful. We understand he's very fast. But like I said, if Shane can control the action at times, then that won't matter.
What did you specifically say to him about Pacquiao, other than what you just said to me about his power, so that he can avoid those quick combinations?
The one thing I explained to Shane at the beginning of the camp is this. One is Pacquiao is he's not a small man. They keep talking about how bigger Shane is. I said, Shane, don't get caught up in that you're the bigger man and think you can just walk to him and knock him dead. I said, he's the shorter man. I said, you treat him like a shorter man in the center of the ring, and you control the angles. But you don't go in there assuming he's the smaller man, because how's that been working out for the other guys? And everybody thought he was a small man and treated him as such, got surprised.
Indeed they did. Brother, best of luck tonight. We'll talk to you after the fight.
Thank you for having me.
Gus, back out to you in the action. All right, Gus, thank you very much here with Freddie Roach in Manny Pacquiao's dressing room. Freddie, you're training Manny tonight, as you always do, and you told us yesterday you try and slow him down. He does everything too fast. You got the pedal on the brakes tonight as well?
Well, I got him to take a day off yesterday and not use his hands at all and rest. And today he just relaxed most of the day. We had mass this morning, and he's ready to go.
What have you explained to him that concerns you most? Because you know Shane Mosley very well. What have you explained to him about his game?
Well, I think I told him to be careful about walking into the fire too aggressively, because Shane is a great counterpuncher. I said we have to have thought. We have to have thought before we go into an exchange, and we pretty much got that down. And I think our game plan will be very, very successful.
He's getting his hands taped. We'll let you go back. We'll see you in a little while. Best of luck, Freddie.
Thank you very much.
All right, Gus, back out to you.
Manny Pacquiao, you see, with the rap starting, and of course, needless Nazim Richardson, who is famous for discovering the illegal hand wraps of Antonio Margarito, somewhere around there looking, I guarantee you, or will be when the inspectors make sure that this is checked.
Yeah, but I mean, in the fighters meeting, Nassim also said that Pacquiao is a consummate pro. He don't expect any type of foul play from him. You know, he can do his work on his own ability and to his credit.
Yeah, and they recognize that, and he applauded Freddie Roach, and I think that's Miguel Diaz in front of Freddie Roach working on the wrappings.
Backstage, Shane Mosley, relaxing, 39 years young. And Antonio, you told us that he is in incredible shape.
Yeah, man, I saw him at the weigh-in, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, this guy was chiseled, ripped, and looked like a piece of granite. I mean, he's ready to go, man. He's in great shape for this fight.
And it was his stamina and conditioning that was questioned by some in the Mayweather fight after he had hurt Mayweather badly in the second round and just couldn't quite get anything going after that. Part of that was, of course, Floyd Mayweather's brilliant effort, but still, he wasn't aggressive.
And then I would lean more to a mental lapse rather than a physical lapse.
All right, Gus, thank you so very much. Wow, look who just popped up on the set here. What's up? Author, health nut, boxing fan, and oh yeah, by the way, pretty fair actor, NCIS Los Angeles.
Thank you very much.
All is going well.
Yeah, all is going well. I'm excited to be here. You know, this is just, I think this is just a great event. A lot of excitement. People at home going crazy right now. Can't wait to see it. Make some noise. It's super loud here. It's incredible.
It is nice to have that kind of influence, to get that kind of reaction. I mentioned boxing fan as well. I'm going to let you tell it.
Yeah.
Why are you here tonight?
I'm here because, one, I'm supporting Shane. You know what I'm saying? I got to give him some love. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. When you look at Shane's shorts tonight, you're going to see LL Cool J's Platinum 360 on his shorts. And I've known him for many, many years. And I'm just riding with my man tonight. I think that every great champion, even though they may have gone through some adversity, like take Kelly Pavlik, for example, just now in this fight, gets to a point where, you know, their back is against the wall and they have to deliver. I think Shane Mosley's back is against the wall right now, and I think tonight he's going to shock a lot of people and deliver.
Let me coattail on that back against the wall bit and talk more, because the guys down ringside will get into the esoteric, if you will, stuff. Yeah. But his attitude, his mindset, because he's such an underdog, where is he attitudinally? Is he upset about this?
His attitude is, first of all, he's very humble. He's very, very humble, but he's really, really focused, and he's really, really confident. And that's a lethal combination when you get into a sport like boxing, because that means that because he's not cocky, he's paying attention. Because he's not cocky, he's into what he's doing, and he understands that he's in jeopardy and he'll be in danger at any moment, so he's going to be paying attention. And I think that's going to be to his advantage. And the guy trained really, really, really hard. He really put the work in.
Final 20 seconds. Speaking of training, I know you got a 12-pack. Can you work with this 1-pack here, buddy?
I can definitely work with that 1-pack, make it a 2-pack, you know.
Hey, buddy.
2-pack back.
Continued success.
Much love.
And folks have got to see you do the walkout this evening. It's going to be awesome.
Thank you, man.
LL Cool J, thank you so very much.
One love, baby.
All right,
it's
folks.
on.
Earlier tonight, our Jim Gray spoke with both of the combatants that we were talking about, Manny Pacquiao and Sugar Shane Mosley.
All right, JB, thank you very much. Manny, you were in a car accident earlier this morning coming out of church. Are you okay, and is there any problem?
Actually, it's not. It's just we parked already, and we're not moving. And then our other car they go backward, and then they hit the headlights. So just a little bit.
So a little fender bender. Are you shaken up at all?
No.
Okay. Let's talk about tonight's fight. You told us yesterday that there have been a couple of fights in your career where you've taken your opponent lightly, Diaz and Morales in the first fight. How do you guard against that tonight, and how do you guard against thinking that beating Mosley will be easy?
We train hard for this fight, and we study a lot different techniques. we study a lot of techniques and strategy for this fight, and I think we're not worried about the stamina or for this fight because I'm ready.
Expectations are so high for you, very much like Tiger Woods when he was at the peak of his game, very much like Michael Jordan. Everybody expects you to win. Does that make it more difficult and put more pressure on you?
That's why I have to focus and train hard for this fight, and we did our best in training camp for this fight, and I think we did best for this training camp, so I'm not worried. I'm ready for the fight. Although there's a lot of people expecting to the victory tonight, so I will do my best.
Distractions, everybody talks to you about that. There are probably 60 people in this room. You are a government official. You like to sing. You are very involved in charity. Has any of that distracted you from this fight?
No distraction, and the distraction is always there if you allow yourself to distract. And I'm happy with a lot of friends.
Finally, anything concern you about Shane Mosley?
I'm ready, and I believe he's ready, and nothing to worry. And we make sure this is gonna be a good fight, and I'm pretty sure that I'm facing a best Mosley tonight.
Manny, best of luck. We'll talk to you afterwards.
Right, thank you.
Shane, what advantages do you feel that you have this evening?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I have any advantages, but I know that I'm very fast. I have good hands. I'm very powerful in my punches, and I'm ready to go.
It's rare that you fight a man who's smaller than you. What do you think that might translate for you in the ring?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I haven't fought a guy smaller than me in a long time, so or shorter than me, I should say. He's not smaller, he's shorter, and so we'll see what happens.
You told us yesterday that you're not concerned about anything. In fact, you said your only concern is that I'm not concerned. Why aren't you concerned with possibly fighting the best fighter in the world?
I mean, I've been doing this for such a long time. If anything, I'm just excited. I'm very excited for this opportunity, this match, and it's getting near. So you get more excited every hour.
You're age 39. With age comes wisdom and experience, but might it be a factor in the opposite way with endurance as the rounds go on?
Well, I think I have pretty good endurance, so I worked very hard for this fight. So we're gonna get in there and we're gonna do what we do.
Shane, you fought and you've beaten an awful lot of great fighters throughout your career. What would a win tonight mean for you?
A win tonight will mean a lot. It's a great victory to be able to beat somebody like a Manny Pacquiao. He's a very tough and worthy opponent.
Shane, best of luck. We'll talk to you afterwards.
Thank you.
All right, JB, back out to you.
This was the weigh-in. 8,000 people turned out for the weigh-in. 2,000 were turned away. Our James Brown hosted the weigh-in, and look at Sugar Shane.
Sugar Shane Mosley weighs in right at the limit of 147 pounds. Manny Pacquiao weighs in at 145 pounds.
Well, if it was a bodybuilding contest, who would you choose?
It will not be long. The phenomenon is getting loose in his dressing room. The great Manny Pacquiao, who many consider to be the pound-for-pound best fighter on the planet, taking on a future Hall of Famer as well in Shane Mosley.
That's his strength coach, Alex Ariza, who is a big part of his success.
And Sugar Shane.
Nazim Richardson, of course, the architect of what they hope will be a winning game plan. One of the big rivalries in this fight is Nazim Richardson and Freddie Roach, two of the best trainers in boxing.
And it's not a party in Las Vegas, folks, without Paris in attendance.
All right, Gus, it was the veteran savvy that got it done. The youngster, I love his heart, but it was a father's instincts and intelligence that said, let's put a halt to this. Well, folks, coming up, that was a nice hors d'oeuvre setup for the main event. No question about it. Manny Pacquiao, an 8-1 favorite, and understandably so, an 8-time champion in 8 different weight classes. But keep in mind, he is fighting a guy in Shane Mosley who is resolutely focused. And in our sessions, the one-on-one fighter meetings, he looked into Antonio Tarver's eyes and said, without any arrogance, I've got this one. We'll find out. Pacquiao knows that when you're number one, there's only one way to go. He said that he trained so hard because losing is simply not an option. And for Shane Mosley, does he have one last great fight left in him? He's been a remarkably consistent performer, but tonight it's going to take sheer brilliance to pull off the upset.
My life is like a highlight reel. Some might consider this my twilight, but depending how I might feel, I might continue on with my career for 5 light years. Critics can fly kites, yeah, welcome to my nightmare. Yeah, got something rigid to feed you. Don't make me pull it out the freezer and make you a true believer.
He chopped him up from the very beginning. Oh, that's
Keep going to the sunlight and then into the
wee hours of all night, and we don't stop until the sunlight.
Tonight's event is brought to you by Tecate, Cerveza con Carácter. By the MGM Grand Hotel and Casino. Maximum Vegas at MGM is the ultimate in nightlife, dining, and entertainment. By O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. By Mortal Kombat. Fatality lives. Own it on PS3 or Xbox today. And by AT&T Uverse TV. TV like you've never seen it before. Well, folks, no more build-up, no more hype. Manny Pacquiao and Shane Mosley are ready to fight. Years from now, when we look back at these outstanding fighters, May 7th, 2011 is a date that will have great significance. How will we remember this fight? Pacquiao and Mosley are about to let us know. So let's head back downstairs, down to the guys who will be calling the fight. My colleague from CBS Sports and Showtime, Gus Johnson, the award-winning Al Bernstein, and former light heavyweight champion, Antonio Tarver.
And thank you very much, JB. And all signs point to Manny Pacquiao being totally focused on defeating Shane Mosley and solidifying his status as boxing's very best. As for Mosley, he says he's been insulted by the listed odds against him. He wants to prove he's far from finished, and he feels that Pacquiao's aggressive style is exactly what he needs to do just that. Now, one thing is certain, Pacquiao and Mosley are both champions who have always sought the biggest and the most significant challenges available. Now, Antonio, there's been a ton of analysis about this fight, but almost everybody expects it to be chock full of action.
I agree. Shane Mosley, you know, both of these fighters really know the magnitude of this fight. And both of these fighters also understand their respective place in boxing history. When you combine that with the fact that both fighters have shown the tenacity in the ring that's rarely matched. And one, they both have knockout power. So I would advise you to go get the popcorn early, because that's a recipe for fireworks. And you don't want to miss 1 second of this fight.
All right, no doubt about it, champ. And Al, when you look at what's taking place with Shane Mosley, his trainer Nazim Richardson says they have to figure out the Manny Pacquiao Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, that's for sure. You know, guys, I've never seen a fighter reinvent himself like Manny Pacquiao did in 2008, at age 29 no less, when he moved up to 135 pounds. He's now become the ultimate boxer puncher, attacking with creative and unorthodox combinations from all angles. Now that's the Rubik Cube that Nazim Richardson was referring to. And Nazim also points out that Shane Mosley's boxing IQ is among the highest he's ever seen. And believe me, Shane will need that if he is to win tonight. For his keys to victory, Shane Mosley needs to stay off the ropes. Pacquiao will eat him up with combinations there. Pacquiao can be hurt to the body, and Shane Mosley is a great body puncher. And the right hand could be Mosley's ticket to victory. Pacquiao's been hit and knocked down with that punch. For Pacquiao, he always uses angles to attack. It's most important against Mosley. And the right hand cannot land against Pacquiao, or it'll be a big, big, big problem. Combinations, that is what makes up Manny Pacquiao, makes him dangerous right now.
So, Al, each fighter with very specific things he must do to be successful tonight. Let's go back upstairs to JB.
All right, Gus, all the analysis, it's done. The fight is moments away. And now the respective national anthems of the Philippines and the United States. So let's go down to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we bring out our main event fighters at this time, we'd like to ask you to rise for the singing of the national anthems. In the ring, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the colors for both the United States and for the Philippines, in honoring America and representing servicemen and women stationed across the United States and around the world, please welcome the Nellis Air Force Base Honor Guard. And now for the national anthem of the Philippines, please welcome outstanding singer, television, and film actress, the young international superstar from the Philippines, introducing Charisse.
Bayang magiliw, pelas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bukaw. May dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal, ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdiningning, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwal, hatid pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Amin ligaya ng pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we present the singing of the national anthem of the United States. Here is the star of film blockbusters Fast 5 and Transformers 3, Grammy-nominated multi-platinum recording artist, entertainment heavyweight, Tyrese Gibson.
God bless our troops for keeping America safe. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched
were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, oh, and the home of the bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. At this time, we have a very special performance in honoring America and in singing America the Beautiful. Please welcome to the ring Academy Award and Grammy Award winner, Jamie Foxx.
Great day to be in America. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesty, above the fruited plain of America, America. God shed His grace on thee, and crowned thy goodwill brotherhood from sea to shine and see. Oh, yeah,
Thank you. Oh, so. Hey, JP, who do you got?
Well, as the national anthems remind us, boxers are often closely associated with their homelands, and that's especially true for Manny Pacquiao, whose popularity in the Philippines goes beyond traditional hero worship. And as for Shane Mosley, boxing is more global than ever before, but Sugar Shane has been an American boxer of the very top level for the better part of 15 years.
I never think that, you know, I'm a Manny Pacquiao or I'm a popular, but I'm still humble. I always telling my story, where I get started. You know, I started from nothing and now I have something. I won't forget that in my life.
The first time I saw him fight, he had nothing except power and courage. I never, in my wildest dreams, thought he would be a world champion.
Manny Pacquiao, what a fighter!
That guy's an exceptional athlete, especially when you watch him moving in weight classes, and every weight class he goes to, you're like, this is the premier weight class for this kid.
Oh, down he goes with the left hand. Oh, my. What a performance from Manny Pacquiao. Oh, Ricky Hatton is done, knocked out in the second round. Is there any question that he's the best fighter in the world?
People, they're always expecting a lot from me, you know.
Obviously, people are saying to me, this is an easy fight, and I want to say, don't tell them that, because it's not an easy fight.
It's very important to win this fight. There's a pressure, but, you know, I can handle that.
I realized at a young age that anything one-on-one, you know, I was going to win because I was just that competitive. I've been underdog for my last, I guess, 3 fights. I mean, even with Margarito, I was underdog.
Everybody wants to discount him. He's too old, or, you know, they, believe it or not, they were saying that back in, you know, the Oscar fight.
Unbelievable! Sugar Shane Mosley shocks the world!
I talked with Pacquiao, I talked with Freddie Roach. This is a fight that, you know, I really wanted. I know I can put me back on top.
Does it bother you at all? A lot of people just count you out.
10 to 1 $1, that's disrespectful.
Fights like this are the fights that motivate you.
For all the people that say that I can't do it, it's gonna make for a great fight. I'm just so eager to prove people wrong.
How about who runs out the fastest? It's gonna be who can finish up the proper way.
Pacquiao been a great fighter. Being a guy in this caliber, I mean, can only put me at the top.
So I want to see water coming off the arms, too.
After I do this right here, after I show you what time it is, if I show you this, you give my just due. At the end of this rotor here, I'm gonna have the last laugh.
So as we continue to soak in all of the pre-fight festivities, we all know there is nothing that compares to the energy, the excitement, the fervor that's associated with a championship boxing match here in Las Vegas. The intimacy associated with a sold-out crowd. As Gus Johnson has already said, this fight sold out in 48 hours. And fans around the globe are tuned in. Some 120 countries are watching this and will be watching this fight live because of Manny Pacquiao, a global star indeed, 8-time champion in 8 weight divisions, and Sugar Shane Mosley, who has been a brilliant fighter over an 18-year career. That name is known, that name is recognized, and he's the only man to have defeated Oscar De La Hoya twice, and he's got an impressive resume and a Hall of Fame caliber resume to boot. So Manny Pacquiao and Shane Mosley are both supremely motivated for their fight tonight, though perhaps for different reasons. Time now for the ring walks as we go back to Gus Johnson.
And thank you very much, JB. Gus Johnson, Al Bernstein, the Magic Man, 4-time world champion, Antonio Tarver. Gentlemen, as this one gets ready to begin, it is finally here. The electricity swirling about in this arena. What kind of fight should we expect to see?
I think we're going to see a great fight because, like I said, styles make fights, and both of these fighters are so tenacious in the ring. It's going to be, you know, a locomotive in an unmovable opposite meeting. But I like to get into Shane Mosley's mindset for a minute. Everybody's talking Pacquiao, Pacquiao, Pacquiao. I was in that same way, in that same form when I fought Roy Jones Jr. It's important for him not to look at Pacquiao as some hurdle that he has to climb, but look at him man-to-man, eye-to-eye, and say, this fighter is just like me, and I can beat him on any given night.
And he has the experience to do it at age 39, and the other reason why this fight will be interesting, both men are actively engaged in making fights interesting. They think that's their business.
So a full house here at the MGM Grand. Shane. Manny Pacquiao. Shane Mosley for the WBO World Championship.
As you look at the tail of the tape, it's a 3-inch height and 3-inch reach advantage for Mosley, but that's nothing compared to what Pacquiao faced against Margarito. It was much bigger. Of course, he won that fight. The age, a key number as well.
It's time for our main event. As you take a look at the rules for this fight.
No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. Only the ref can stop the fight. Cannot be saved by the bell. A fighter in any round, and if there's a clash of heads before the end of round 4, it would be a no decision. After that, they go to the scorecards.
Now let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr. for the official introduction.
Well, we have the benefit of hindsight. Pretty good look at that, too.
But Bayless wasn't going to call the knockdown until the outside referee started counting.
And then Manny Pacquiao, very annoyed by this, came back with some big shots toward the end of the round.
Crowd starting to get into it, sensing that Manny Pacquiao may be able to finish.
That's the point about Manny Pacquiao now. He throws so many punches at you, you can't block them all.
Kind of throws, in the MMA world, a version of the Superman.
Yeah, that looks like the Superman punch. You're absolutely right. That's a really good point. And for people who don't know, it's a punch where you literally get off your feet. And Bella Gonzalez, Shane Mosley's girlfriend, not liking what she sees during that round, and who can blame her?
As Shane Mosley slowly...
It's something that drives him very, very much.
And knowing Manny, especially when he comes to Las Vegas, he may go perform a concert tomorrow.
He is going to perform, in fact, later tonight at a pool party at Mandalay Bay.
So you got invited, I didn't. Thanks,
I'm singing a duet with him tonight.
And the reaction from Mrs. Pacquiao. Very intense outside the ring.
Concern even to the end, though, but more concern here by Bella Gonzalez, Mosley's girlfriend. These numbers are really interesting and revealing. Manny Pacquiao throwing twice the number of punches as Mosley and landing twice the number. What is interesting, Antonio, is that Pacquiao threw about 400 or 500 less than we normally see him throw in a 12-round fight. Is that because Mosley was able to, as a taller man, be defensive enough?
Well, you know, he moved a lot, and he didn't really give Pacquiao those opportunities. But what's really revealing to me is 5 combos after 12 rounds.
Yes.
5 combos.
And let me tell you, we caught 1 or 2 on replays. That's about all there was 5. Yeah.
Right.
There were 2 official knockdowns in this fight. One we believe was quite legitimate, and that was when Manny Pacquiao knocked down Mosley. Pacquiao did all of what he needed to win, and even if it wasn't as electrifying as a couple he's had recently, from his standpoint, he did as much as he could in this fight, and certainly there were moments that were electrifying.
Yeah, I agree with you, Al. I mean, Shane really just didn't give him any opportunities tonight, and I thought Shane was going to lay it out on the line, and for whatever reason, he didn't.
You're right.
All right, let's go back inside the ring and Jim Gray.
All right, Gus, thank you very much. As the 2 combatants now talk to one another.
You did a great job. You got good power, speed. I'm proud of you, man. You did a real good job. You're the real pound king, man.
Thank you. Coach, thank you. Good fight.
Manny, how would you assess your performance here in this fight tonight?
Well, you know, we did our best, and you know, his best also. And I mean, I try to do my best just to give a good fight to make people happy, and then that's what we're trying to do.
Were you as precise and as sharp as you have been in the past this evening in your mind?
No, you know, I want to move fast, but in the middle round, my legs just get tight. That's why I'm trying to, you know, I want to move, but my legs it's tight. So in the late round,
your leg was tight. Is it because the buckle on your shoe was bothering you, as your corner was saying?
No, this is my problem before when I fought Marquez. So we're gonna work on this.
What do you take from this performance now as you move forward in your career?
What? I'm sorry?
What do you take from this performance? Are there things that you now feel that you have to go back and work on?
Yes, I have to work in this on my legs because you know, when my legs before it's hurt, I work in, and when it's fine, I didn't work anymore. So now it's come back, my problem. So I have to work again.
Why are your legs bothering you? You said they were hurting you before. What's the problem?
You know, I'm getting tired. That's why I told my coach, and then just press my legs. I can't move.
In the third round, you knocked Shane down. As we can take a look at it here on the monitor. Tell us what was going on. Did you feel?
And he want to counter it. No, I'm careful on that.
Were you surprised that Shane didn't move forward at all tonight and never seemed to pull the trigger?
Well, I think he felt my power. You know, I mean, I want to fight toe to toe, but you know, this is boxing. You know, it depends what the style of the opponent.
Manny, stay with us for just a moment. We're going to ask you about what you want to do next. We have Shane here with us, has been listening to this. Shane, your thoughts at age 39 of your performance this evening?
I thought I did a pretty good job. I mean, I wouldn't blame on the age because I still can get in there with young guys and do what I do. Manny's an exceptional fighter, good speed and power. Power that I haven't even got hit with before, so it's amazing. He's very fast and strong, and he's a fighter. He's a warrior. That's kind of cut from my cloth, but I had to box a little bit today.
Shane, you told us before the fight that you had no concerns, and then you got into the fight, and repeatedly throughout the fight, Antonio Tarver said during the telecast, as did Al Bernstein, that they thought that you didn't take enough risks to be able to beat who is the best man in the world. Would you agree with that? And why didn't you?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, the risk, when you take a risk, the more risk, then you know, you're susceptible to get knocked out. And I believe early in the fight, when he had knocked me down, he kind of surprised me with his punching power. That's the most legitimate knockdown I got hit with in a long time. So I said, well, this guy must really have some power.
What will you do now? You said retirement was not in the equation before the fight. Will you now consider that?
You know, I really don't know. But you know, I fought the best. This is pound for pound king right here. I fought the best, and you know, I came a little short. So you know, we'll go back to the drawing board and see. I mean, this guy's amazing right here.
Shane, thank you. We appreciate your time, Manny.
Thank you.
What now will you do? Who would you want to fight next?
I don't know yet, but I have to come back to the Philippines and back to work in Congress, and you know, and I thank everybody for supporting us, and you know, for the prayers, and you know, next time, and I will do my best, and you know, tonight I just cramp my legs, that's why I can't move, but you know, I do my best, you know. You
seem disappointed.
No, I'm not really disappointed, but the problem is I didn't expect that my legs is getting tight and cramp and it's hurt. So
everybody wants to know about Floyd Mayweather. You told us you hear his name constantly in your head. You hear it from everybody who asks you, and everybody out there watching tonight wants to know when you, as the best fighter right now in the world, is going to take on the other best fighter, and what is it that you can do, you think, to attract him to have a fight with you?
I don't know, you know, I don't care who's the fighter, my opponent. I can't fight that, but it depends on how's the negotiation of my promoter, and you know, the people recognize me as a pound for pound, so I respect that.
How badly do you want to fight Floyd Mayweather Jr.?
For me, I don't care if the fight is post-draw or not. You know, I have done a lot of in boxing, and I'm satisfied with what I have done in boxing. You know, because I want to fight, because the people want it.
Manny, thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And we'll see you next time.
And thank you to all the fans. And if you want an update, just go to mpboxing.com. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Manny. All right, Gus, back down to you.
All right, thank you very much. As Shane Mosley walks back into the dressing room. And let's take a look at how the scoring went for Pacquiao Mosley.
First, a look at the official judges' scorecards. Dwayne Ford, Dave Moretti, and Glenn Trowbridge dominant. Mosley won 2 rounds on one scorecard and only 1 on the other 2. So clearly a dominant victory for Manny Pacquiao. And on the unofficial press row scoring, almost the exact same story with Tim Dahlberg, Chris Mannix, and Lance Pugmire.
All right, Gus Johnson along with Al Bernstein and Antonio the Magic Man Tarver. And Al, we'll start with you. I thought that Shane Mosley was very honest in his assessment of his performance tonight.
I actually both fighters were extraordinarily honest because Mosley understanding that the power hurt him early, and he did fight, in fact, the defensive fight. And I thought Manny Pacquiao also honest about the fact that because of, I guess, these leg issues he had, and we were wondering why he didn't move more, it created a less than perfect performance by him. So I think his honesty was really refreshing as well, because he's saying, look, it wasn't my absolute A game because of a physical issue, but what is amazing is without his A game, he still dominates and wins.
Antonio, 39 years old, Shane Mosley, didn't look like he could pull the trigger. Doesn't know what his future looks like right now because, as you mentioned, who could he get a fight with at this particular point?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It looks as if he was retreating too much. You know, he wasn't willing to cross that line and stay there and go toe-to-toe with Manny Pacquiao. And he mentioned that his power was unbelievable. He said that he hasn't been hit like that in a very, very long time. And that's the type of power that separates Manny Pacquiao from the rest of the fighters out there. Yeah. Can Floyd Mayweather have enough boxing ability to avoid that power and also deliver the shots that will slow Manny Pacquiao down? That remains to be seen.
Well, also, Shane Mosley saying that Floyd Mayweather is the best defensive fighter in the world. So Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. Al, it's time to make it happen and time to stop kidding around.
I agree. I wish that fight would happen. And one of the interesting things here is Mosley making such a big point about the power of Pacquiao. And Antonio, I thought you hit it right on the head. That will make the fight with Mayweather an interesting one. Can he hurt Mayweather with that power?
All right, Al Bernstein, the Magic Man, Antonio Tarver, our champion. I'm Gus Johnson. Let's go back upstairs to our James Brown.
All right, Gus, thank you so very much. And you know what? I just have to be candid here. I'm a little surprised that I made the mistake after covering sports for so long of buying into the determination and resolve and the conversation and the emotion of Shane Mosley and saying what he could do. The mind was willing, but the body simply did not comply at all. And as I was talking with my guy, Steve Farhood, a writer who certainly followed boxing a long time, all the classic signs of an aging fighter. He's been an excellent champion for 18 years. He's fought exceedingly well, but his recent body of work suggests a fighter in decline. And I would hope he would take a serious look at the thought of retirement. And as you take a look at Manny Pacquiao, look, make no mistake about it, the guy has an inexhaustible supply of energy, technically sound. I love his determination. And if he was talking about his legs were bothering him, it looked as if he was having a sparring session out there this evening and having his way. I love his perfectionist attitude and that he says he's going to go back to work on the leg issues. But let me tell you something. This guy is simply awesome. And as the guys ringside said, the fight with Floyd Mayweather, folks, it should happen. It has to happen because to me, that's the only other fight out there that makes an awful lot of sense. The convincing winner tonight was Manny Pacquiao in the main event. Tonight's event was brought to you by Tecate, Cerveza con Carácter, by the MGM Grand Hotel and Casino. Maximum Vegas at MGM is the ultimate in nightlife, dining, and entertainment. By O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. By Mortal Kombat, Fatality Lives. Own it on PS3 or Xbox today. And by AT&T Uverse TV. TV like you've never seen it before. Well, the night in boxing here in Las Vegas saw it as such. Mike Alvarado advanced to 30-0 and took a major step toward a world title fight when he stopped Ray Narr, who retired on his stool after 3 rounds. Then in fight number 2 on the undercard, fighting for the first time in a year, former middleweight champion Kelly Pavlik started slowly but closed with a big 10th and final round to defeat Alfonso Lopez by majority decision. And in fight number 3, it was an absolute brawl for the WBO junior featherweight title, with Jorge Arce exploding with punches in the 12th and final round, prompting defending champion Wilfredo Vasquez Jr.'s corner to pull the plug. Arce took the title, becoming a titleist in 3. Now is still the cash cow, the man to beat in boxing. Pound for pound, the best there is. So for Gus Johnson, Al Bernstein, Antonio Tarver, Jim Gray, and the entire crew here, I'm James Brown saying so long from Las Vegas, Nevada.